Have any offensive predictions for us this week? Last week you went with the 3 touchdowns from your running backs. What do you got this week?
Oof, that didn't work out. I'm going to go back to kind of one of my favorite players from the Houston game. Hoping for another big game from Nehemiah Martinez. He's had another good 4-catch, almost 50-yard game against NC State also. So that's kind of back-to-back weeks around that same number. Maybe he busts out a little more and goes for like 70-some yards and a touchdown in this game.
Yeah.
He's a big player, kind of over the middle. We get him involved again. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, that would be good. He was solid for you in that game. He had a couple big catches for you. He's getting a lot of play time, and so the opportunities will surely be there for him to have a big performance against Texas. I'm going to go to the running back room. I'm going to go with Brooks time. I think Taj Brooks is going to be a key for us this game. Can we create some space for him, help him find some running room? I think he'll be back in that 80-yard range that we're used to seeing him at, and I think he gets in for a touchdown this week, and so that's what I'm going with. 80-plus yards for Taj Brooks and a touchdown to bounce back on that running game, help you balance out the offense a little bit more, and do what he's done many times, is find that end zone. So, defensive side of the ball, last week you were correct on what you predicted. The Tyree Wilson game, he went on and had his 2 sacks that you predicted, 11 tackles, stuffed the stat sheet. What do you got this week?
I'm just going to predict that every game. No, I'm kidding. But expect that every game. A guy that's kind of been heating up for us. He's got some big plays lately. Had a big season last year. Muddy Waters. I'm looking for him to keep heating up. He's had some big hits, and I think he gets a turnover this game, whether that be a fumble recovery or a pick. I think he comes up with a big turnover in this game.
I'm going to stay in the secondary. I've been really impressed with Malik Dunlap and his performance in these last 2 games. He's been right there for several picks. I think he gets his pick this game. I'm going to call it the Malik Dunlap interception game. Like I said, he's been right there for so many, just a second away or a hand away from it, but he's been really impressive in his coverage, especially in his one-on-one coverage, and so I've been impressed with that. I think he gets that pick. Now, score prediction, Dustin. What do you have for Tech versus Texas this week?
I don't know. This doesn't seem so much harder now that after last week, and Texas does worry me, like last year and Sark. I was surprised that they were only 5-point favorites at the beginning of this week. I guess we're getting a little home field advantage bump there, because I would expect that to be closer to 7, 8-ish. So I'm definitely not picking Texas to win. I would never do that, just saying that. I'll go Tech 31-28 victory.
Okay.
Sure.
It's been tough because I'm trying to, I
don't know.
Trying to be realistic. I think last week we were definitely a little high on that win. I'm coming down. I'm feeling a little more realistic. But it's Texas, and I can't predict Texas to beat us. It just goes against everything in my nature. I hate this university, hate everything about. So I'm also going to predict a Texas Tech win. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a very defensive game, and so I have us winning 24-20 over the Longhorns. Force a couple of goals from them, keep it real low. I didn't see a lot from the last game that makes me think that we can bust out huge offensive numbers against Texas. So I think it's going to be kind of a fight like the Texas-Alabama game was. A lot of defensive plays, very limited offense, but ultimately enough to get it done and send Texas back to Austin with that L. So that is our score prediction. You heard it. Dustin, repeat your score for everybody one more time.
31-28.
And I have 24-20. We're both going guns up. Catch y'all at the next tailgate.